Volvo and the Mustang. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now we're in the we're work we have been working in our union. We have been working two
Uh-huh.
months without a contract, and
Mm-hmm.
they have fired hundreds of people over the last 2 months since we have been in this contract negotiation for
Mm-hmm.
various reasons. When we talking about people that's
Mm-hmm.
been here for years, and it's
Mm-hmm.
odd that they're picking these times to pick and pin when they are firing people and what they are firing them for. However, there's a lot of Mexican. I
Mm-hmm.
want to say immigrants because a lot of them do not even speak English.
Mm-hmm.
That are is double and triple than we ever had in that plant.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that they are using them to replace us for us to one go on strike. We're not getting any information from the union, but for it to be 2 months, there's an obvious problem with wages.
Mm-hmm.
As a lot of people has been stagnant at $16 an hour for over the last 4 years, and it's been very tough to live off of that. We have to work 70 to 80 hours a week just to get a decent paycheck. You
So you
understand?
said 15. One second. You said $15 an hour, right?
16.
16. Okay. I'm just taking notes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, um, obviously it seems as if they're not trying to budge on the wages. And do not get me wrong, this is the shift and it doesn't look good for us specifically. Now, I
Can you
know
spell the
systems.
okay. Systems. Okay.
This is
Hello,
just
are you
a
there?
concern. Yes, it's just a concern of mine because I've seen. I'm just noticing the shift, and it doesn't
Uh-huh.
look good in our favor.
Okay, so now did you follow the convention, the Democratic convention?
The last night I wasn't able. I recorded the other 2 nights. I wasn't able to watch it yet. But I did watch the last night in its entirety.
Okay, so you know that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are strong supporters of unions.
Yes, that's
So
what they say.
obviously they're not for anybody coming out of unions and taking your jobs. So they're absolutely, I mean, as you know, Harris and Biden as well, they've been very, very supportive of unions. And Biden even picketed with unions. So they have policies that will be supporting unions, which usually are the best way to lift people into the middle class, right? Unions have been doing that for many years.
Yeah,
And if
and
you,
I've been working in unions
yes,
most of my life. I mainly do manufacturing, and I've been a part of it, different unions most of my life. I'm just noticing it specifically with here, and something else that I neglected to mention: Detroit has fight, and cities
okay.
that's generally gentrified are detriment to Black Americans specifically. I'm concerned about this. Now, I heard when you said that she's promising to work for all people. Start with the middle class, which is the core of America, and build from
Yes.
there. But it's a
Hmm.
class that's lower than the middle class that she didn't mention.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that she mentioned, and also generally historically in America, when we hear that there are people that is going to work for all people, Black
Hmm.
Americans tend to usually be the last ones tended to, if they're tended to at all. This is historically.
Yes. I mean, I am one of them too. All right. I'm just. We have the
I'm
same
sorry,
background.
you're one of.
I'm aware of the same. I have the same background. I'm African American as well. So
Okay.
what I'm saying. So in Harris's politics, or the program, let's say, she is the whole program is based on basically increasing the middle class. Increasing the middle class, basically, like you said, there are people who are lower than the middle class. So
Right.
she is trying to lift all of those up into the middle class to make it even bigger.
She
So
didn't
that
mention
is the
that, but
problem.
she didn't
I
mention.
think if you listen to her speech again, I think you can find that in there.
Okay.
or I can give you her website that you can visit as well and see what it is. So her
KamalaHarris.com.
policy, yeah, Harris, KamalaHarris.com.
Correct.
So her policy is to basically not only lift the middle class, but also increase the middle class by creating new jobs, basically bringing manufacturing into America instead of just taking it outside. As part
Yeah.
of unions, how many jobs have been exported to other countries,
Yes.
China, and other places. So now the work that Harris and Biden were doing, and now it's going to be continued under Harris and Walz, is to bring those jobs back to America to have microchips that are manufactured in America, and also lift up the auto industry in Michigan. So those are all part of the policies that they will be implementing. So I just hope that we will look at the big picture and then follow and help her, and implement those policies, because as you said, you're not going to vote for Trump, and Trump will never implement those. He is for the rich. You know that,
No,
and I
I
know
no,
that.
I know that. I recognized
Okay.
that years ago. But I just don't. I just it's hard for me to trust the other side when historically, Black Americans always remain at the lowest of the lows of these promises.
Yeah, I absolutely
This
understand
is
what you're saying.
historical. It's hard to trust people,
Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely understand.
especially when they are put in the position to help Black Americans.
Yes.
Now. So with that being said, uh,
Mhm.
the House. How is the House looking as far as Democrats?
Yeah, that's what we're working on. We are basically working hard for you guys to support Harris and Slotkin in your state, so that you
So
can
so
bring
if
Democrats
if
basically. Go ahead.
if she were to be elected president, she still have to battle. Do the Republicans control the House? She still has to battle Republicans.
Right now, Republicans do control the House. So what we're trying to do is basically take the House from them and
Hmm.
also keep the Senate. Also keep the Senate. So if we have both of those houses, the House and the Senate, and get Harris in the presidency, so she has three. We have all three branches of government,
Hmm.
right? Then policies can be implemented easily, or not easy, but it is always a fight with Republicans, anyways. But if you have all three branches, it is easier to implement your policies. However, if we are not able to take the House, and if we lose the Senate, if she's elected, it's going to be a big fight to get things done. So we have to make sure we basically uh, win all of this
Well, if
place.
Democrats get the House, certain things shouldn't be a
Yeah.
fight at all, right?
Yes, if we have the House and we keep the Senate, Kamala is in the White House, everything will be smoother at that point.
I gotta say, that is where Black Americans' distrust for the political system comes into play because okay, we elected the person that we feel is going to do the best job for us, and
Hmm.
yet they play politics overall, play these games. Oh, the Republican control the House, so we can't get this done, or vice versa. Like where do we as an American people win if that's the case?
Yeah, you see, I think this is what we also need to look at. As you can see in different states, um, when the state legislature tries to divide the areas, so basically it's districting. You know that districting that they do in their states, where they try to basically separate minorities in different, put them in different, districts, so they cannot have a, a sizable number to make decisions in their district. In the sense
That's
that they basically divide. Um, for example, in what do you call it? In Even in Michigan, they've been doing it. In a lot of states, they try to do redistricting. So basically, they dilute your numbers so you don't get the politicians that you want.
Yeah, I know. That's like I said. These are the games
So
that politicians
so
have. Politics have generally played with
so
Black Americans specifically.
so
So we
so
should
that
actually
brings
be the first to. We should actually, if that's the case, we should actually be the first in line for everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what
I
we
mean,
need
we
to
only
work on. We need to
13%.
work
Get
on,
us out the way and, do what you got to do, right?
yeah, so we have to work on getting these people in office. You and I are in agreement here. So we have to work hard to get these
Mm,
people into office and keep the Senate, take the House, and keep the White House. And then things will be better for all of us.
right.
Not mentioning the fact that we're about to lose our democracy if we get if Donald Trump gets in there.
Yeah, well, I
Okay,
don't know because it's still
so
hurt. I know. I
I
hope you understand that Black Americans has never really seen democracy, no matter who was the president, no matter who controlled the House. We as a people, as a 13% people, never seen any type of democracy in America.
but then what do you call it? What can I say? How can I explain this?
Hey,
Falling down and
we just
get
gotta keep our head above water and make any
yeah no
waves that
but
we can, right?
exactly.
Right.
Just do the best we can. So when you falling down and getting up is better than falling down and breaking your leg, right?
Right, of course.
Yeah. So now,
I
yeah,
like that.
we did we didn't see much democracy, but at least we have something that we can work with.
Right.
But then if we get something else that we cannot work with, that will be a lot more destructive to us,
All right. Well, I
right?
appreciate your time, sir.
So
I will
so I
check out.
appreciate your time too.
Yes, I will check out Kamala Harris website. Um,
Okay.
you gave me more insight than a lot of other people did, but I don't know. I'm still
So,
undecided.
so I hope we can count on you. That's
I'm
what I'm hoping. I'm talking to you and hoping that we can count on you to support Harris.
going to do my research. I'll decide at the polls.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
But no Trump. I'll
I
tell
hope
you
you.
that. No Trump at all.
Huh?
I said no
No
Trump at
Trump at
all.
all.
No Trump at all.
That's good news. That is good
Do
news.
you know
And
anything of Dr. Cornell West? He's on the ballot in Michigan. For some reason he was removed, but they put him back on. Do you have any information on him?
I don't really have any information on him to be honest. But remember, brother, I mean, if you dilute the vote, um, the person that we want will not be in office.
He's a well-respected Black American man.
I mean, yeah, I understand. I absolutely understand. Absolutely understand. But I'm just trying to focus on the good that we can get. So if we vote in such a way that we don't get something good,
Right.
we get the work that is there. That is a problem. So because the way I'm seeing it is that voting for West and Stein and all of those people, that is basically a vote for Donald Trump
Oh,
because
well.
it dilutes the number
Voting
that
for a black
Harris
man, voting for a
Harris
Black
can
American
have.
man is a vote for Donald Trump. Wow.
No, in the sense that there is another African American who can win and who is at the top and is very, very close to winning. So if you give it to someone else who cannot win at all, because we know that person doesn't have enough votes to win. So we're
Hmm.
basically diluting the strength that we have. That's what I'm trying to explain.
I understand.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand completely.
So I mean that's why I gave you that that statement in the sense that Stein is there too, trying to the
I'm not
Green Party
interested. I'm
legislator.
not interested in Stein.
So
I'm not interested in Stein.
so
It was just
basically,
interesting because I grew up, always reading about Dr. Cornell West.
yeah, I mean I know him. He is a very prominent person. I understand,
Hmm.
and I respect him a lot. I respect him a lot. However, what I'm saying is that we're close to home. And if
Mm.
you go to someone who is not close to home, that would make it a little bit difficult for us, right?
Yeah, you don't want to get close with no cigar, huh?
Yeah. So you see what I mean? So I'm trying to find the best way forward. So at this point, let's try to find the best way forward, and then it is a stepping stone again.
Oh,
You know, Kamala
2024
Harris will be there,
is a
2024.
stuff
Been
is a
fighting
stepping
for
stone.
many, yeah, it fought for many years, and then
166 years after slavery, we stepping. All right, I
yeah,
understand.
it is. Well, it is a fight that continues. It
All
will
right,
never stop.
It's called the
So
system
those
of
who
white
came before us
supremacy.
didn't stop,
It's called the
huh?
system of white supremacy and anti-black.
Well, we need to fight the fight that we need to fight, right?
Right.
Yeah, we cannot just sit down because it's there, but we have to fight it and
Right.
win.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I am trying to I'm trying to urge you to support us so that we can at least this will be another giant step in the march. Martin
Okay.
Luther King did it. He didn't stop.
I don't know. They killed him. They killed him.
Yeah, he never stopped,
Matter of
right?
fact,
So
before they
we
killed
should
him, they
never
bombed
stop.
his home. They stabbed him. They threatened his children. They spit on him. They degraded him, and they put him in jail several times. And America,
Yes,
J. Edgar Hoover said that Martin Luther King was the number one enemy in America. So America viewed him as an enemy.
but he did a lot of work though.
Oh yeah, whatever he could before he died. Yeah, and then they killed his
Yeah,
brother, and then they killed his mother.
you and I are speaking
They
today
don't talk
because of
about
some of the
that,
work
but
that has
you
been
know,
done.
yeah,
Yeah,
America did.
right.
Right.
Yeah. So now, let's work on this and hope that we'll work together and make sure Kamala Harris and Democrats are elected into office.
All right, sir. I'll check more. I'll continue to do research. Like I said, you've provided a lot of information that generally people I've talked to haven't provided, so I appreciate that. And
Thank you so much.
I'll just see what's going on by November 5th.
Yeah, Eric. I am basically, what do you call it? I am I'm optimistic that you will support us. I am actually hoping and praying that you will support Kamala Harris and go forward. I will keep in mind that you were undecided at this point, but I will hope in my heart that you will be supporting her and elect her.
All right. Thank you, sir. I'll give it a
All right.
consideration. All right.
All right. Thank you.